Fabulous. So, better late than never. Let's get on with tonight's meditation. And I'm going to ask you to, as always, just have a fidget, have a stretch, get comfortable. And if you've not done so already, just gently close your eyes. And we'll begin by taking 3 deep breaths in together. Breathing in. Hold it. And gently release. Breathing in. Hold it. And gently release. Breathing in. Hold it. And just gently release. And just return to your natural breath. That gentle rise and fall, your own inner tide. Take a moment to put the events of the day and the week behind you. Don't know how far behind you you'll put them, but somewhere back there where they can no longer bother you. And just tell yourself, I'm going to relax. I'm going to meditate. Outside noises will not disturb me. Everyday thoughts will not distract me. They just help me drift deeper and deeper. Just allow yourself to drift deeper and deeper. As you begin to relax now and allow your mind to drift, to float, letting go of the outer and connecting more with that inner self. And I want you to know that meditation is really nothing special. It's just a state of relaxed attention, a quiet state of mind, where things happen automatically, the same way your foot sometimes automatically steps on the brake when you're in the back seat of a car, or the way you can reach out and catch a ball without even thinking about it, or the way your mind automatically understands the meaning of my words, even when those words can have many different meanings, so that the mind understands that a deer can be beautiful, but what is beautiful to you can be dear to you too. And things can seem to mean one thing, but turn out to mean something else entirely, because it all belongs to you. Even as you enter slowly into meditation, light meditation, medium meditation, or even really deep meditation now, where it's quite okay to relax in every way and allow the mind to drift down that way, in the same effortless way that a pebble drifts down in a quiet, still pond and comes to rest on the bottom. The same quiet way that you can continue now to drift on down into meditation while you listen to the sound of my voice and automatically understand the particular meaning of the things I say and the particular way that they allow you to do what you need to do to enter into a trance or meditation, or to just go within now and to pay close attention now as I begin to explain what we're going to do today, what you can do here today, if that's okay with you, to begin to explore, even more than before, perhaps, the way things are connected one to another, like Tinker Toys or Legos, everything super glued together. The way atoms stick together and the way you're stuck to everything that is connected to everything everywhere. But before we can even begin to examine the way things are put together, you probably already know that the very first thing to do is take them all apart. The way a child takes things apart to see how they work. Clocks and CD players and toys that move all come apart at the seams to be examined carefully. That's right. Clocks and CD players, they all come apart to be examined carefully, but I do not know if you already know how much fun it is when the pieces of those things all fit back together again, just the way they used to. Everything in its place, connected all together, which is very different from having pieces scattered all around that do nothing at all by themselves and only work when all connected together in just the right ways. Like jigsaw puzzle pieces, all connected together to reveal the whole picture, with nothing missing or misplaced. Or Sudoku puzzles that only work right when just the right numbers are in exactly the right place in each row and each column. A perfectly placed pattern of different things, which is different from a perfectly placed pattern of similar things, like rows of bricks in a wall or tiles one after another on a floor. But then there is a checkerboard pattern too, and woven patterns in weaving that can be simple or complex, like the weavings in blankets and carpets from all over the world, woven by hand on simple looms, with different colours of threads, dyed and with roots and leaves, creating gorgeous patterns, each meaning something special to the people who wove them. The way the Navajo who wove them wove rugs with patterns of plants and people, always remembered to leave a knot, an imperfection, to not compete with the creator of all that is everywhere, who created the only perfect thing that there is anywhere, and that thing is this place here and there and everywhere, and everything in that place, which, as you know, of course includes you, because you're a part of it all too. Just like the sun, the stars, everything in between, all that starlight flying around, filling up the universe at the speed of light, which is what we're doing here today, connecting it all together and filling up your mind with thoughts that move at the speed of light, following those grooves in thought. The way a wheel follows the ruts in a dirt road, or water follows the grooves we call rivers that lead from one place to another, from one thought to another, never stopping to wonder why to flow in that direction and to make that connection, because that is just the way thoughts go, from one place to another, one thought to another, slowly coming to an end where they all flow together like the sea. The sea of love, a sea of loving thoughts, a sea of thoughts about love, and thoughts about everything else as well, all thoughts flowing together there, melting into each other there, in your mind, becoming part of each other there, and wondering what happens when thoughts begin to evaporate and rise up into thin air and blow away. Become clouds drifting past in different shapes and sizes that have no real form or meaning but can look like anything the mind can imagine. Like Donald Duck, or Goofy perhaps, or whales with large hats, a boat with bat wings, or a man with a large nose that grows over time and becomes longer and longer right before your eyes. While particles of thought continue to separate, to stretch out thinner and thinner, until the mind finally becomes clear with the bright blue sky of a summer's day. And then your body slowly dissolves into particles of sensation, the way sugar dissolves in soothing warm water, each piece letting go of the others, spreading out to fill the space, staying in touch somehow while also floating up and away, and becoming a cloud of sensations that blow around with the breeze and seep out into the wind, escaping from here to there, travelling everywhere. Particles of you in the air, moving away faster and faster, flying off in all directions, blasting off into space, out to the sun, blasting us with light and energy. All those photons and protons, electrons and neutrinos coming at us, going through us, and you going up at it, and all of it going off towards the stars, swirling energies of life, swirling energies of the universe, swirling particles all the same age, all going back to the beginning of everything, the creation of every particle, tiny packages of energy that became sunlight, starlight, moonlight. By the light of a fire became the earth, a place full of particles, some of which became you, while others became others. And so the question is, how far out can you feel? Out beyond you. Out into the room. Out into the air. And out onto the sun. Out to the stars. Out into the past, where it all began, where the particles of you began as something new, something never seen before, and grew and grew into everything all around, and into you too. A drop in the sea, part of all there is everywhere. A speck of sand on a never-ending beach, able to be aware that there are more connections between cells in your brain than there are grains of sand on all the beaches of the world. or stars in the universe. More thoughts than atoms in everything, including the thought that you are where the universe begins to become aware of itself. And you are the universe being aware of itself. You are the awareness of the universe itself. Different patterns of different particles arranged in different ways that allow you to see, to hear, to feel and to understand things, all connected together. Those thoughts, feelings, sounds and sights, all connected together within. Like that bright point of light, when a magnifying glass focuses sunlight on that one tiny spot. A tiny spot in you, where it all comes together, and the mind sees it all. At the same time feels it all, at the same time hears it all, at the same time out to the edges of the universe. A symphony of energies pulsating in every galaxy, star and sun. In the spaces between thoughts and fullness of space, from the beginning of time that fills the mind and comes together right there. An understanding of all that is, with an awareness of touching it all, an awareness of it all touching you, coming together there, deep within you, and you deep within it, becoming it now, moving with it now, and it moving with you, it becoming you, moving with it now, flowing together in a rush of sensation, moving faster and smoother than before, deeper and deeper into that space, going backwards in space and time to another time a long time ago, before words, just sensations then. Sensations you could taste and smell, sensations that go on and become all there is for a time, you allowing it all to absorb you, to become you, to transport you higher and higher, farther and farther away, right to the edge of it all, hanging on and holding back, getting closer and closer, being pulled over that edge, sliding right over that edge and then letting go. A release of all that effort and a plunging off into the emptiness of space, flowing right on through to the other side someplace, letting go of it all now and knowing it all now. Even as you begin now to become you once again, breathing in and out, with all of your thoughts and all of your sensations, all of your energies and all of your molecules and atoms coming back together again, putting you back together again, arms and legs reconnected to you, all the parts of you back to you, separating you from the rest of it all, the way a finger is separated from the toes and the legs and all the other parts that it can touch. Even though it's still a part of it all of it is a part of you. And you are a part of it, being here now, perhaps even more than before, being aware of some things more than others, and able to become more aware later on, and that's fine. Because for now, all you need to do is allow the mind to drift back into awareness, wakeful awareness, where all those things you were thinking about before can drift into the background like a dream. Even though some things can drift back up with you, back to the surface of awareness now, and other things can stay back there for use later on when needed, and that's fine. Because you can enjoy some thoughts and understandings now about some parts of this experience that can be quite useful, and allow the rest to rest for now. As you return to normal, everyday, waking awareness, rested and refreshed, becoming comfortably awake and alert now, aware of where you are, aware of the room, of arms and legs, of your eyes beginning to open. That's right. And you can become aware that your eyes can be allowed to be open now. That's right. As you return to wakeful, everyday awareness, quite completely. That's right. Coming back now. Back here, back in this time, in this space.